But the problem is you old people don't listen to us, and you think you will manage this generation of .com. You will not, and I assure you, you need to go and rest. And when I take on the leadership of this country, I want to assure you with the perfume industry at absolute barrick, I will take you to retirement by force.
This is Inside Out.
Alright, kale nkwaniriza nnyo nyiri ddala ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa SML News. Yugi oli otya nno munnaffe atugoberera, weebala okutugoberera, weebala okuwandiika obubaka, kyenjagala okusaba era kw'okwongera otugoberera ng'olikinga, ng'osubscribinga, ng'okomentinga, ate gw'atwala akadde n'owandiika comment. Onkolera ddala bulungi nnyo kubanga ekirowoozo kyo kyonna mba nkitegedde. Nkwaniriza nnyo nyiri ddala, nze Simon Muyanga Lutaya.
This is Inside Out.
Kale tuli ba mukisa manyi ebisala bye tuli mu bino byakwetega. Gavumenti eddako teri agimanyi. Weetegewa Bobby, weetegewa Kaguta, weetegewa Nandala Faabi, weetegawa. Kubanga obwa president buggwako era ababwagala batandise okujjayo empapula. Kale nange ndi wa mukisa nti njagala kufuna bwa minisita mu gavumenti era nyongera okuleyinga trap okulaba nga tebandeka. Kati ndi sure nti Bobi Wine bwajja oyo kojjange bera mu first family. Muhozi bwajja enja kumusaba ekifo kyenjagala. Kaguta bwaddako oyo ajja kuwa Moses Ali simwesiga bulungi asobola kumpa. Naye nange kati ninayo David William Magezi omu ku bakeesolayo okufuuka ba president ba Uganda. Nsanyusa okukulaba.
Nange nsanyusa okusisinkana sebo. Eradde sebo.
Mirimu gyebale.
Tugezaako tya.
Ozaalibwawa?
Nze nzaalibwa Namuŋŋoona. Nazaalibwa Namuŋŋoona wonna saalwawo nnyo kuba abazadde mama yafa ndi wa myaka 7 awo. Taata yafa saamulabako naye nge Namuŋŋoona awo we nazaalibwa. Kifo kye nazaalibwa kati nze nazaalibwa wano mu Kampala sebo.
Oli munna Kampala.
Yes, sebo.
Wasoma ki?
Nze nakola human resource management e Makerere sebo.
Human resource to manage people.
Exactly, to manage people mu bitongole.
Okay. Okola mulimu ki?
Esawa za kakati sirina mulimu gwenkola naye kuba HR nga profession nze kennyini si kyenkola. Kola business zange entindi naye ebyuma bya ice cream. Obutinitini nga bwe najjanga nali maliriza university tandika bu business bwange obutinitini. Kati sawa za kakati ndi mu byabufuzi direct.
Kati sinnategeera. Mu ice cream oyagala okuva gy'otufuge.
Omukulembeze bulowooza agenda kuva mu ggulu.
From ice cream to presidency.
Exactly.
Okay, kambuzi olwotandika otya?
Kirooto kikuva buto. Buli omu abeera ne kyayagala mu bulamu. Era abantu njagala mbagamba batuwuliriza nti God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Sife nanti twaitibwa.
Damutuwulire?
God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Sife nanti twatondebwa kubeera bakulembeze. Waliwo abalina okukulemberwa n'abalina okukulembera.
Abatunda ice cream babeerawa?
Kisinziira gwe kkiririzaamu otya n'obulamu bwo butwala otya. Tewali agenda kukkiririzaamu nga gwe tewekkiririzaamu. Bangi bavudde ne wansi eri nga tebalina kye balina. Nze nsomye bachelors e Makerere, mbadde mukulembeze mu bifo ebyenjawulo. Nga lwaki eggwanga sobola dikulembera? Tugamba obukulembeze buva eri Katonda.
Ebifo ebyenjawulo byogerako byebiri. Obadde kansala, obadde chairman, obadde ki?
Chairman waawa, kansala waawa.
So obadde ki?
Mbadde nsoma Makerere era nali kosirida nga nkulembera abana 7 nembera GRC nenkulembera abana 7 nembera chairman to commission akulira ebyokulonda nenditazi government nenva mu somero mu university.
Bova mu somero?
Nenangirira kuba kyali kiroto kyange kuva buto.
Do you know what it takes to be a president?
Nkimanyi.
Are you sure?
Yeah, nkimanyi. nkimanyi kyekitwala okuba omukulembeze w'eggwanga.
Do you know that the president of Uganda is also the commander-in-chief of armed forces?
Yes.
How much military knowledge do you have?
Military knowledge, I went for military training under Article 17 of the Constitution. Kati setaka kumanya nnyo military. Ninagimanyako. Military is it is a technocratic organ of the government. Okitegeera. It's not supposed to be political. By now, technical to support the president to lead the country.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 26 years.
And you want to be president of Uganda?
Exactly. Goza tekisoboka.
You look ill-prepared for the same.
How?
You're a young man. You cannot compare 700 students that you read as a ERC to 49 million people with varying challenges that are economic, political, social, or so. For you to assume that olwokuba wakulembera abantu 7 osobola okulembera obukaddana mu 9 is to overestimate yourself.
That is not overestimating. That is the power of belief and faith and understanding your calling.
Power of belief
and faith.
You believe you can.
I can.
Have you met the president of Uganda before?
No.
Would you like to meet him?
On which grounds?
Do you want to ever meet the president?
Before you meet the president, you must know which grounds do you meet him. Wakukubira nagamba jangu kwesente ove mu kalulu nga si kirwaki omu meeting ogendayo. So you know the grounds on how you should meet him.
You don't have any desire to meet him?
I would want to meet him and ask him why are things going on the way they are moving. And why doesn't he retire? Just by matter of biological science, he can no longer introspect this country, can no longer micromanage. The system used to use when you are still energetic and powerful, he can no longer use it. We are in a multiple organ failure. Those are the things I want to tell him. He has to rest.
Multiple?
We are in the multiple organ failure.
Which organs are not working? That's what you think.
Every organ of the government is not working
under
normal circumstances.
Okay, what is working in Uganda?
Me, I think what is working in Uganda, I've ever went for my permit, driving permit. I think it is a system that is working. Me on my as a person.
Younger man. I am talking about a whole government. And you're talking to me about a driving permit.
No, that is the only system of the government I've ever seen working under normal progress, under normal circumstances, doing business in a normal setup. Other people are just gambling. They are surviving.
Katudde mu Luganda. Tewali kintu kirala kyonna kyolaba mu Uganda kitambula bulungi.
Binza okuba bitambula nenga tebitambula we bina kutambula.
Omanyi driving permit yokka.
Mwe system ya driving permit yokka je nali ndabyeko etambula. Ngogenda wayo sente zo gende wali bakwe permit yotambula ofulumi. Kye kirala kitambula nga si bribery, nga temuli bribery, nga temuli trickery, nga temuli sabotage, nga temuli fulare. Mbulirayo kimu mu government gwe kyomanyi nti awo ogenda gena ngo muna Uganda bakukoleko bakwerokaminge ofulume bulungi ngate services bazikuwadde nga there is value for money. Kimbulire tewali gwe nkolera
ani yakutumye
nikakozesa ngani serious
yakubanga
waliyo be batuma.
Yes, for example gwe David Williams Magezi baba bagala okubalansinga amanya ku ballot paper alphabetically okumenga sure nti abavuganya Museveni sibe basooka waggulu banga Museveni ayagala okubanga either yasooka waggulu banga yasembayo baba pangisa baba sasula to balance the names in the alphabet and I want to assume you are one of those.
You are assuming. It is good that you are assuming. Era kinsanyusiza nnyo nti you are assuming. Now I'm here to confirm and affirm and agreement that your assumptions are not correct. Waliwo bapangisa ne baba wa sente babeereko. Bajje bazimpe. As long as they are in line of my dream. Wabanga waliwo baba wa sente. Nti gwe jangu obeere ku ballot paper. Bajje bazimpe. Why? Nzuno nzinoonya jide na ku border. Mutoka akakono kafa. Bajje bazimpe. Wabanga waliwo abantu be bapangisa. Nti gwe jangu tukuwe sente wesimbe ku bukulembeze bw'eggwanga.
Mubuka.
Bajje bazimpe.
Akakono kafa. Nayo yagala ba president wa Uganda.
Exactly.
Gwoli bubi nayo lozo solo kuyamba bali obubi.
Ate gwolowooza abantu basasula taxes zaabwe. lino eggwanga, let me tell you, w'otunuulira abantu abakuze okujja mu bukulembeze, that is the mindset gye tuyina. Lwa nsonga President Museveni has led us for over those 40 years commercializing the politics. Olowooza omuntu okujja aba alina kubeera na ssente nnyingi yona kubawa ssente. That is lack of ideology. People pay their taxes. Tuyina resources wano. You just come to lead by primus inter pares. Kukulembera abantu. You're just first among equals. But you're not any different from them. Leaders, we are servants of the people. Abantu bakwesiga ne bajja bakulembere basasula omusolo gyabwe. They want to see value for money. Fenna tujja ku bukulembeze because we want to control resources of the people. Si kujja kubawa ssente na kukola ki just to control resources. Ogambe nti kino kibeere wano. Nesi gwe kujja mbubawa ssente mbawa ssente zaaki.
Kati ekyo Museveni takikoze.
He has not done it at its best.
Are you sure?
We deserve better.
He has put resources
Where?
in road construction.
Where?
Don't we have roads?
Where? Which roads have you ever traveled? Gwe mutambuddeko. For how long have you been a journalist?
25 years.
Exactly. You were a senior journalist. You've moved, you've traveled. Do you admire? Do you appreciate where we are? Do you compare us to the countries that we are far from them?
Are we not different by creation, for example?
Not creation.
Are we Kenya? We are not Kenya.
This is planned.
Ethnic, culture, economic, we are not.
Are we on the same level as Kenya?
No, we are not.
Why do you appreciate where we are now?
We have roads.
Which road is it? Maybe I'm talking to someone who is like...
Do you read the budgets? We have completed the roads. One goes to Mityana. One goes to Gulu. One goes to Busia. Right? We have electricity.
Where?
Our country is now generating enough electricity.
Is it for free? Is it for free?
Let us now discuss. Do we first have electricity and discuss the price, or we start from fixing a price and then generate electricity?
We generate. Then
so we have done the generation.
And how is
we
it
can
benefiting?
Now start talking about the price.
But for how long?
Where do you charge your phone from?
At my home.
And you're asking me where how you benefit from electricity?
I'm in an urban area.
Are you not
I'm in an urban area.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Young man.
The problem is, you people who are privileged, who God has raised. Now, you start to see these people who are down there, and you there is a way you boost, and you fail to advocate for them. You
stay in Namungona.
I don't stay in Namungona. That's where I was born.
Oh, so where do you stay?
Then I stay in Nakawa here.
How hard is it for you to become a sub-county or district councillor? Because those positions are there and people have been applying. Would you not do well at KCCA?
Let them apply.
As a district councillor at KCCA?
We have different callings in this world. When God called Moses, did Moses reach the promised land? But Moses had excuses. You know God, I'm a stammerer. So he gave him Aaron. Then did he reach the promised land? But Joshua did. We all have different callings in this world. You cannot tell me to go and try MPship. You cannot tell me to go and be a councillor. That's not what my social construction tells me to do. It is okay. At this time, I see being an MOP will not bring out my vision and the dream I have for these people, for the people of Uganda. 20 million. Yes. Ate who gave me? Am I a younger person? Someone who has completed the university with a bachelor's degree in human resource management. And you ask, where did I get money? With this mind, the social construction where I am, competing with the constructors in this country, and I fail to get 20M, then that means I don't know what I'm doing.
And you are ready to sacrifice your 20 million.
That is little money.
This kind of comedy.
Money is just made. This is not a comedy. I have not come here to be comical.
Have you participated in the school music and drama club?
Why would before? I have never. I just did that in primary. As a younger child, you behave like a child. Now I'm a mature person. I should behave like a mature person. I pity those who think that I don't know what I'm speaking.
Okay. Bobby Wine. Aina ekibiina ekito PPF n'ebirala ne PLU n'ebirala byonna olanga tewaliwo oyinza kwenyiga n'osooka oweererezaawo. Nyinza
okuba nsobola naye mpeerezaako mu UID under the university. I have been groomed. Kati nze seetagagenda mu kipate yonna mu kibiina kyonna ati that's the moment. Kuba nze kyendaba kati it is bigger than that. We all have different opinions.
Magezi oyina 20 million ez'okusasibwa byabakama naye zifixinga akakono k'emmotoka zo zitoli zirina
nsagala zikwatako
eziriwa zotayagala kwata
eza 20 million ez'akakono zibeerewo wemba nayetaaga akakono nja kakola ntambule sitambula okwata ebintu
emiliyoni zabiri ziriawo toyagala zikwatako naye ez'akakono ziganye
you major on majors and minor on minors esawa zakakati neta wemba najenda kasituuka wano situuse.
What do you admire about Uganda?
I admire everything about Uganda as a country. Uganda is a part of Africa. Our heritage. We have a rich heritage. We have everything a country would admire to have. We have natural resources, our culture. We are not people of extremism, radicalism. We forget things so fast, and we love each other. Just a few scarrawings, the virus, the imps, that are bringing such tribalistic nature in us. But we are people who welcome others. So I admire our linguistic prowess.
You need an average of 15 to 30 billion.
15 to 30 billion.
To run a presidential campaign in Uganda.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Because we have 71,000 villages, sir.
Which village do I need to go to?
You don't need to go to these villages.
I will have to when I reach there. I will cross the bridge when I reach
the costs of sustaining an election, because these are the structures. If you had to spend $1 million in each village, you know how much money.
By the time President Museveni came, did he have structures?
He used the guns.
And I will use, by then power belongs to the barrel of the gun. Now power belongs to the barrel of knowledge. You have knowledge, put it on the table, the younger people will appreciate you.
Oba oyagala mulimu gavumenti.
Mulimu, I did a Bachelor of Human Resource Management.
Anti, basobola okuwa omulimu KCCA.
Ate nga lwaki
raise yo baba kuwa omulimu KCCA.
Let me tell you, as a person,
what dream you have? Akakono kakulemedde mu kkubo. Ojjo ngamba yala kwera president.
Akakono kaleke. How did the President Museveni become? Haven't you seen people from down grassroots become?
Yes.
Never becoming abakulembeze b'amawanga. If I don't stand now, then when? If not me, then who? Olaba abantu ba elite bagamba Bobi Wine yali munyuwanja gakola ki? They have failed to appreciate what you call a transmogrification that has happened in his life. Baganyo cha appreciating her. Kati nze bagenda kunjogera coach. I just need to present myself as a person fit for purpose in these areas of .com. I will present my generation. Setaga sente nyingi nyo.
Magezi. Abantu abayina amagezi. Kirungi erinnya lyo. When you are making such a major decision, weebuuza ku bantu. You consult.
Exactly.
Okoze okwebuuza ku bantu okumala naddala abantu bolooza nti bankizo gy'oli. Obeebuuzizaako ku ekyo ky'okola ne bakikkiriza.
Nabeebuuzaako bonna. Anyway, nze kyemaze okutegeera mu Uganda omulembe guno tulwawo okwekkiririzaamu kikimu. N'ekirala omulembe guno essawa z'akakatano ligimu gye tuliko esita ebirooto. Nti oyinza okuba nga oyagala nnyo ekintu ng'okyagala nnyo nga ggwe mulungi asobola okukikola. Naye olwa circumstances n'embeera gye tukuliramu twesanga ebirooto byaffe bifudde. This is the country that we don't appreciate talent. It is a country that we have people who are good at doing things, but they are not given spaces to do that. We leaders, we have been in the backlog for some good time, and we are demanding for spaces. You find the president of 80 years still want to be a fountain of honor in this country. You find ministers who can no longer move, move.
What is the crime with 80 years?
80 years may not be the problem, but can you still do what you used to do? Can the people of the country still trust you with the mandate to lead them?
That's why we ask them to vote. That's why we ask them to vote, can an 80-year-old man still lead you? When the man goes to the vote, he wins.
So you think they go on the vote and they are voted?
Yes.
You believe that?
They vote for Mr. Museveni.
Then he may be or not in Uganda.
Why?
Don't you see what happens
the voting
in elections?
Happens. Madam, I went to the ballot myself in 2021 and ticked Amuriat Oboy myself. So I know that the voting takes place. There are ballots. There's a ballot box. The ballots are counted. I voted.
How many districts did they count? How many regions? Did they read Wakiso?
By law, they are supposed to count all districts. Which one did they skip?
They never Wakiso, Kampala. A lot of districts were not
Do
read.
you believe that?
Yes, I believe.
Is that not switched
I
off?
was around by then.
Ezombozi za ku luguudo mwami Magezi.
Sikituufu,
Your
sikituufu kyogera.
Excellency. Bw'oba oyagala oba president sokobere ne facts sebo.
Nedda. Sebo, district meka ze baasoma wano mu Kampala. Njagala tubeere honest. At what time did the ballot box reach Wakiso, Kampala, Mukono? Tell me. I was in elections. I was active and I voted. Tell me. To be honest. These are not peremptory talks. These are not. We are not in the state of imponderabilia. Peremptorabilia.
Impo what?
Peremptorabilia. Imponderabilia. Tuze wano kwogera facts.
Biki ebyo?
Tetuli mu mwamwamwa kwogera bigambo bitalina musingi.
Nakoma biwulira ku Segirinya.
Kati nange ogenda biwulira.
You knew Segirinya.
I knew Segirinya.
You admired Segirinya?
So much.
Would you like to be like him?
So much.
Now I know why you want to be president.
Mm-hmm.
If Segirinya was one of the people you admired, you are right there. And the country will welcome you
And I'm
as
humbled.
a new Segirinya in our political circles.
Maybe. But, you know, we have different approaches on how we approach politics and leadership. You know, they are two different people and they are two different things. And they do what them no match. It is what they call leadership and politics. You know, the most dangerous people of our society are the politicians and the foreigners. You know what? Reason being, if you put politics in front of leadership, then that means you're not going to work for the people. Politics is all about personal interest, but leadership is all about others. So you must know what politics is and leadership. Now, the problem we have now, our people are not erudified, tutelaged, edified, to understand who is really a politician and who is a leader. They don't separate the two. When you come well dressed in the suits and you have money, you give them money, you give them a bag of soap, a kilogram of sugar, they vote for you. Little do they know that 5 years down the road, they are going to remain in the same situation, in the same place, in the same kind of environment that they have been living in, with no medicine, with the poor roads, with no education, their children, with nothing. 5 years down the road. Lack of ideology.
Naira mukwano gwange bayitanga Katumba. John Katumba John. Bwe yajja okwesimbawo. Katumba oye, omujjukira.
Mujjukira.
Okay. Could you be the Katumba oye of this time?
Not even close. Not even close to Katumba. And I've been telling people, you comparing me to Katumba is an insult to the people believing in me. I speak this with composite, mendagacity, and ponticity. Very serious. I'm not a Katumba of this generation. Katumba may have put a contribution to the people who believe in him. Now I've come to put a contribution and present myself as the best person fit for purpose. I'm not standing because of any agenda. I'm not standing because of any political agenda. I'm not standing because of any selfish agenda or personal agenda. I stand because I am the best man fit for purpose in this generation of .com. I know what I'm speaking and I know what I'm talking.
Okay. When you look at our country today, first, did you have time to read through our budget?
I did.
The one passed last.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
What would you change there if you are given opportunity?
First of all, I would change government expenditure. That will be a part of my fiscal policy. The government is spending a lot of money. It puts a lot of money in paying salaries and little money in development. Then what are we doing? People get salaries but no development. The people of Uganda are not getting enough. The money that is supposed to develop the people of Uganda, it is the least in the budget. Borrowing has taken the first stage. Domestic and foreign borrowing. A lot of things need to be changed. A lot of biggest budget goes in debt servicing. So look at that. A lot of things need to be changed.
Nze ndowooza nti kyandibadde kya magezi tukole enteekateeka Nonye President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Mutuule oyogereko naye.
Kati
kiti ekyo.
Kyandibadde kirungi. Era nange nkiwero kaaminga okuloonya His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Nze njogere naye mugambe ensonga zange. Kuba buli omu ayagala omugamba. Despite the fact that these are going on, everything is going on, but he's the fountain of honor. He's the first citizen of this country. Fenna twandibadde twagala okumutuusaako ensonga. Tuzimugambe that Mr. President, this and this is going wrong in this country. Where are you? What are you doing? Can you please act? Can you please come and introspect some things and micromanage some things? I would. Because I'm also a citizen. And the things are going on in the country affect me as well. If at all I can reach him and I tell him this is going wrong and you need to retire President Museveni, thank you for what you have done. I appreciate him for leading this country for over 40 years. You know, when people see you appreciating President Museveni, they think you are for President Museveni. But we need to appreciate him and tell him now, President, it is time to rest. He who has never run to obey cannot be a good commander. You appreciate, then you put what is you're supposed to put. Bigotry and satire will not tear a pass. We need to know how to handle President Museveni so that he lives on power. That megalomaniacal nature, the temerity, the frivolousness, the ficalness that he has towards the power needed to be held with a lot of care. We talk him if it needs, for those who can talk him, those who use extremism, those who use radicalism, it is okay, let them use that approach. But if I can...
Where do you stand when Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, a young man like you, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, a young man like you, want to succeed Museveni, and you also seem to want to join the same? Where do you stand between them?
General Muhoozi Kainerugaba wanting to succeed President Museveni, I think that is not right. At the age that he is, and the things that he's doing.
What is not right? Why? Why is it not right?
The way, you know, the picture you portray to the people of the country also matters. I started in my role. How did you get to know me? You were senior journalist. You appreciating and saying, now let me invite this younger sir to speak to the demos of this country. Sir. I am not a sir in a court.
I thought younger sir. I said no. There is no other sir. It's me only.
Oh, I'm not a sir.
I invited you as an intelligent young person.
I am humble.
But also thought as an old man at 47. I have a duty to shape you. Sure. To tame you. Sure. To guide you. Exactly. To make sure I introduce you to reality. Exactly. You are too stuck in utopia, the imaginary world. Yeah. I am not in utopia. Then you're mistaken. You think that you are too stuck in an imaginary world. And that is the problem to you old people. You're becoming too old to understand this current generation. And that is the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem. And let me tell you this analogy, and quote me right. When you, the old people, don't listen to young people, you become too old amongst young old people. And the younger people, when they don't listen to you, the old people, they become slow amongst the young people. Do you know why? Because you old people have advanced knowledge. But when the younger people listen to you, they become fast amongst the younger people. And when you, the old people, listen to us, you become faster in the older world. And when you all listen to each other, we grow, and that is called culture. But the problem is you old people don't listen to us, and you think you will manage this generation of .com. You will not, and I assure you, you need to go and rest. And when I take on the leadership of this country, I want to assure you with the perfume industry at absolute value, I will take you to retirement by force. No old person is going to be in active administration of this country. And that I'm sure. You will remain there, you advise the younger people as they talk on the leadership of this country. You think that you will be old and sit in the offices. You cannot work, you cannot move to supervise projects, and you're there sitting. And the people you've left to supervise are just stealing money, they are stealing their... I cannot allow you to be in active positions. You should let us, the younger people, lead this country. Whether you want or not, by force, we shall. And we shall force that to happen. You're joking. Me or you?
You.
Who is joking? Me, you.
You're
me.
Joking.
Me?
Yes.
Not you?
No.
oli ku the inside out ne David William Magezi sofa omu ku basinga obuto abeesoddeyo okwagala bwa pulezidenti bwa Uganda. Mukulu Magezi alowooza nti alina kyonna ekyetaagisa omuwulidde mukambwe nnyo eri abakadde era ava kuŋŋamba point blank nti nga nzize sikukkiriza kuba na active position nina okujjawo mangu. Fe ab'emyaka egigenzegenze butatukkiririzaamu. Nange kwe kwagala omukakasa nti kati akalulu kange nalowooza nti naamuwa akose busiki akakuwa.
Bambi tokampa. Akalulu ko tokampa. Nze njagala okugamba abakadde temukampa. Akalulu kamwe temukampa. 75% of this country are youth. Akalulu konkagazaaki. My role is to convince the younger people to believe in me, not use the old.
They already have Bobi Wine.
Bobi Wine has a category of younger people that he has.
They are only two. Either Bobi Wine.
Where was it written?
Or Muhoozi Kaineruga.
Where was it written? That is just a cliche conjured up to subjugate the youngest generation. I am telling you this plain blank. I speak with veracity and dinkum oil.
Dinkum oil?
And I want you to know the truthfulness of what I'm speaking. Where was it written that they are generational leaders? Leaders always raise each day.
Okay, what political party do you admire most in Uganda that you belong to?
The political party I would admire would be DP.
Democratic Party. So why are you not there?
I was
there
there
in the
Uganda Democrats.
Intelligent man called Nobert Mao. Why don't you get there and work with him?
You know, one day I asked Minister Mao. I was still in university politics, and I was a speaker by then of the UYD chapter in Mubs. I asked him, why did you decide to join President Museveni? He narrated. He told me how he fought President Museveni way back from university. He told me I fought President Museveni. We opposed him, but we kept on growing, aging, weakening.
Okay. Katuli ntinda. Wano we tuli bayitawo ntinda kigoowa. Omuntu abagenda ku National Theatre ayitawa. Nzo kumpa direction entuusa omuntu ku National Theatre.
National Theatre? Oyitawo n'ogenda ku Parliamentary Avenue n'otuuka ku National Theatre.
Omanyi weeri.
Lwaki mba simanyi weeri?
Wali obaddeyoko.
Naliyoko Pablo yampitayoko njogerere audience ye nengenda nejogera nayo.
Okay, so you know where National Theatre
is? I know. I did internship at Parliament of Uganda. Why do you... Maybe you're talking to somebody.
When did you last visit National Theatre?
I last visited it was 2 months back.
2 months? So you are fresh from National Theatre, I would imagine. You are fresh from National Theatre.
Yes. National Theatre, do I seem to be a comedian?
Have I said so? Have I said so?
Let me tell you.
You know Padre Vitamo?
And
have you heard of someone called Padre Vitamo?
I'm going to appreciate it. Let me tell you something that you don't know. It is good that you, the older people, now see as we younger people in the backlog, the leaders, as comedians, which is okay. What can we do for you?
I even fear to say that word to you, that you're a comedian.
Which is okay.
Even if I knew myself and satisfied that
which
you
is
are,
okay. Which is okay. At your age, you're a deconstructor of social construction. Amoti mumanyi.
Munyumya naye.
Ate nyumya naye kuchi.
Mukwano gwo.
Nyumya naye kuchi.
Omanyi Dr. Bossa.
Mbonamba manyi.
Oba manyi. Onyumya nabo.
Ate nyumya nabo kuchi. Do I fall under their category?
Dr. Bossa.
Do I fall under their category? And I'm so happy that you, the old people now, your mind, the cerebrals are anchored and tainted with what you call a Managano society.
You said Pablo is your friend. Pablo is your friend?
Yes, he's my friend. But I don't follow under his category. He just called me at the television, at NTV, and he told me, you know, younger sir, I saw you and I appreciated your linguistic prowess. Why don't you come and talk to the public and tell them your aspirations? I went and I talked to him. And the people welcomed me. I told them I'm a younger contestant. Do I have any business with him? Apart from that, no. I am a leader. So me speaking like this and you think I'm a comedian, then you're mistaken.
David William Magezi, Ayagala ba President wa Uganda. Buli kalukirwa nako nga mulimu cycle mubeera mwatusanyusa. Waliwo akalimu Kingo naye yajja. Dereti Birali yagenda. Akagwa kalimu Katumba. Oye.
Bana basajja abazeeyi
badda. Tujja kuba basanyu ddala okubeera ne David Williams Magezi okusikira Katumba oye. Simwe ba Katumba.
Nze sigenda kusikira Katumba oye sebo mukama wange. Nze nzize ku lwange. naye abasajja abazeeyo babwa baki bannange kati walayi eggwanga lino abazeeyi bano bannange abazeeyi mbasaasira kuba ebintu biraba upside down sitegeera oba bwabaki. No one is doing business in normal setup. Omuntu ojaloogera ebintu abazeeyi basigira ddala okugwamu essuubi mu ggwanga muno.
My son, comedy is a trade. People earning billions.
Let them earn billions. I am a leader. I am not a comedian.
Leading where?
I have been leading students in
Makerere. You have led students in Makerere,
Exactly.
700 DRC.
Exactly.
You think
and I read the whole institution as a
million?
chairperson electoral commission. I brought government. What can't I do?
You brought which
You
government?
want me to
Makerere.
prove that at any maximum of sepa necessitas proband incubate agit. Applies with physical force. If you want me to provide the evidence, you provide the evidence. You saying I am a comedian. Then you prove the public, the most of this country, that I'm a comedian. I'm not a comedian.
Are you married?
I have a girlfriend, and I'm soon officiating that.
Are you married?
So you think people who are married are the only ones who can lead this country?
Are you married?
I am having someone that I'm going to officiate soon.
You have any children?
I don't have any.
Not yet.
Exactly.
I would pray that you concentrate on your marriage and children.
I take concentrate on
so
marriage.
The orientation of managing a government starts from managing a family. Let's see
and
how you
that
manage
is your capacity. Where is it written in the national constitution? It would be written that you first manage your family, then you manage the country. Is it written there? For every able-bodied citizen has a right, and he should be a normal citizen, an ordinary, a bona fide citizen, to apply and contest for the presidency of the country. Where is the marriage written? They would put it if at all they saw it is fit to be a part of the requirements for us to contest for the presidency. It takes knowledge, it takes an understanding, it takes an intellect. I don't need to know everything in the country. A president, you just need to have and appreciate it the most and love the people of the country. Resources are there and you lead the country.
Mu bintu ebitambuza eggwanga lyaffe emyoga, PDM.
Ani akugamba emyoga bitambuza ggwanga eryo ly'omanyi. But eggwanga Uganda tebitambulira ku myoga, tebitambulira ku PDM. You're speaking. You're speaking.
Trillions in
billions ziriwa. Ejiriwa. Emyoga jiriwa. PDM biriwa. Already people supporting something that has failed to work.
Bakozesa obulungi obudde bwabwe ssebo bakwata ennusu 10 bali mu butale
ziriwa butale awo omuntu agala mu abasajja mu abakadde wo omuntu agala
kati okutuula katale ku mudala ngo ndakyo
abantu sente
nga byolimu tebisoboka
ani agambe tebisoboka
Uganda ekera ng'ekulemberwa Magezi
lwaki tekeera
ng'otya
the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. When do you want me to start? You want me to start at your age to contest for the presidency of the country? Then you're sick mentally. You're suffering from what you call cognitive dissonance, a mental diarrhea. You need psychotherapists, you need syringes to test your head.
This is Simon Oyanga Lutaya.
This is Inside Out.